some point, each of us will take a moment to pause and ask ourselves, how can I make $100 every day? Index funds for investments might be acceptable. Because you clicked on this video, it is highly likely that this will occur, even though it does not happen exactly. You have a certain amount of interest in the concept of merging passive income and investing index funds, or perhaps none of that is relevant to you at all. When you saw $100 per day, you saw that this amount is search engine optimization, SEO friendly. It seems reasonable for me to not be dubious, but regardless of the reasons you have for not being skeptical, I would like to take advantage of this opportunity to combine 3 of my favorite investment strategies into a single movie. According to the statistics, this is the most straightforward approach for 99% of investors to build wealth. The shortest amount of time is required, and the entire subject matter might be explained in 15 minutes or less. Having a supervisor who discourages YouTube viewing is something that no one would say no to if it meant earning an additional $100 per day. During my time at work, I watch videos. I just keep glancing at you while appearing to be occupied. But in all seriousness, let's talk about how you could accomplish this. This is something that I have talked about in real life, something that I've been obsessed with for the past 10 years. And if these ideas were successful, they assisted me in developing a portfolio that now encompasses all of the expenses that are associated with my everyday activities. This is not a strategy to make a lot of money quickly, and I am not currently selling anything. This is not a hoax, but you may subscribe to it, give it a like if you think it's helpful, and what do you think about this? Watch the entire video before determining whether or not it gets you like at the end, provided that you promise to remember it. Thank you very much, everyone, and now let's get started. Get a bird's eye view of the situation and learn how to make $100 every day by investing in index funds. That is the goal, but to make it more understandable, it is essential to comprehend why. To begin, we are not going to discuss index funds, rather we will be discussing the sale of covered calls. Can organs be harvested? The harvesting of organs is illegal, yet index funds are legal. The concept is straightforward. Purchasing shares in a company that may or may not perform well. Index funds provide you with a small portion of everything you could buy into for a reasonable price and allow you to profit from market-wide gains without requiring you to do the work yourself. In the past, I've mentioned this example, but it is just fantastic. Just for a moment, let's say I own 1,000 flats, each for $1,000. Either you can invest $1,000 to own 0.1% of everything, or you can do all the research and buy any one for $1,000 and own it all together. Both of these options fall under the category of potential options. How do you proceed when you have a portfolio? The first choice means that you are sole proprietors of a single building, which puts you in a precarious position if tenants fail to make payments, the neighborhood experiences a decline, or the building requires costly repairs. You also have the option of selecting the second option. There is a correlation between having a small interest in everything and achieving an average return across a portfolio of 1,000 rental units. If any of them are unsuccessful, the others should more than make up for it. It is not necessary for you to be concerned about being correct all the time. You can think of this as an explanation of index funds. If you are interested in acquiring everything for a somewhat lower price, you may begin with the S&P 500 firms by utilizing VOO or VTI, which requires a little more than $400 money. The price of VNQ for real estate is approximately $150. You may also choose VGT if you are interested in gaining exposure to the technology sector, or you could use VT-SAX to purchase a piece of everything. Providing that you have a few $100, you can purchase a little bit of everything without having to conduct any research or purchase each item separately. All you need to do is relax and let the market handle everything for you. By watching more videos on YouTube, you will be able to take advantage of the savings that result from minimal overhead and inexpensive fees. You might be able to reap the benefits of a low-cost index fund that is managed rather than engaging the services of a sophisticated investment manager. Index funds have historically outperformed professional portfolio managers by a margin of 92–95% over 15 years. This should demonstrate how difficult it may be for individual investors to time their trades based on news and trends. It is estimated that 99% of investors are unable to outperform the market over the long term. Therefore, diversification is beneficial to stability. Even with 20 or 30 stocks, a couple of them could fall, which would bring your average down. However, index funds make things easy. There is no stress and no misunderstanding involved. Purchase, make constant investments, and allow it to flourish. This is the manner in which index funds are explained. After that, I will move on to the passive dollar 100 a day segment, because I am aware that this is what you came for. Let us discuss the concept of passive income. Passive income must be genuine and truly passive, as the majority of people feel it should be, where they may wake up and watch money suddenly materialize. However, that is not the case for the majority of people. To be successful in either a rental property or an online business, you will need to put in some effort or do certain maintenance procedures. The initial level of time and effort is required for many passive income projects. Having said that, this is the simplest approach to acquiring a respectable income that is stable over the long term, and yes, I do something similar myself. Although it is easy, it will take some time. You will need to cultivate patience and refrain from hurrying in order to make rapid money. Otherwise, it will not be successful. The primary and most typical way for generating passive income through the use of index funds is to receive dividends. By purchasing a share of a firm's stock, you're entitled to receive dividends, which are a portion of the profits made by that company. The dividends that are distributed by index funds normally vary from 1.2 to 2.5% for total market or S&P 500 index funds, and they can reach as high as 7% for higher dividend funds. Index funds cover a large number of firms that pay dividends. Simply receiving dividends on an investment of $1,000 can result in a passive annual return of $20. Just keep in mind that dividends are subject to taxation, which are derived from corporations based in the United States and are held for more than 60 days, are available. One further way to generate passive income is through the growth of index funds. Because they are linked to the growth of the market as a whole, the majority of index funds experience an increase in value. Because you are not required to pay taxes on profits until you sell your investment, your money can grow tax-free in the interim. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned 10% yearly. You would need to spend $1,825,000 for a 2% annual return if you want to achieve your goal of earning $100 a day in passive income solely from dividends. This may seem like a steep amount, but if you invest $17 every day, you could reach your goal in 40 years. By investing $30 per day, you will attain your goal in 27 years, or by spending $50 per day, you will reach it in around 20 years. At a rate of $100 each day, it will take 13 years. An S&P 500 index fund, such as VOO, which covers the top 500 firms in the United States, is the most straightforward of these options. You might also be interested in investing in a sector-specific alternative such as VNQ for real estate or VGT for technology, or an international index fund such as VXUS, which provides exposure to markets outside of the United States. You can wait for it to grow while you set up automatic investments, contribute what you can, and watch it grow. While this is not something that can be accomplished tomorrow or even in a few years, it is a strategy that you can work toward immediately, regardless of the amount of time, money, or effort you put in. You may show your appreciation by liking or subscribing to this post, and if you are feeling brave, you can sign up for the newsletter that is linked below to receive stock tracking and updates. Thanks for watching, and if you want to follow me on Instagram or listen to Graham Stephan's podcast, you're more than welcome to do so. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Like, subscribe, and comment to support the channel and stay updated with the latest content.